You guys know me. I'm not going anywhere. So, speaking of not going anywhere, the Spawn movie that Todd McFarlane is trying to get off the ground finally got writers. And Nick, this might actually excite you because you're the biggest Joker stan here. So, they got Scott Silver, who he wrote the script for Joker, with who's the director of that movie?
Todd Phillips.
Todd Phillips. A lot of Todds in this episode.
Too many
Todds. Falcon Winter Soldier, Malcolm Spellman. He's a writer of that show, which, once again, 5 great episodes. Just fell off at the end. Just my guy doesn't know how to do endings.
Well, you can only do so much with 5.
Yeah. It's weird. There's 2 of these writers so far don't know how to do endings. Then Matt Mixon, and all I got from him from the Hollywood Reporter article was that he was, quote, a rising screenwriter. I don't know. They did not credit anything to him, though, so I don't know where he comes from or what he's doing. Either way, here's the interesting part. First of all, this is going to be rated R, and it was greenlit by Blumhouse after the success of Deadpool and Venom.
Mm-hmm.
Todd McFarlane, who's the original creator and writer and artist for Spawn, and Jason Blum are the producers. They're still looking for a director, and Jamie Foxx is confirmed to be playing Spawn,
which is so fucking cool.
Which is great because like I love how Jamie Foxx is just like he's the octopus trying to get through the hole at the bottom of the boat. You know, I'm gonna get the fuck in there anyway. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get into the superhero genre.
Right.
Like. We just glance over the fact that like Jamie Foxx was a villain in a huge like comic book movie in 2021, and like nobody like we all talked about Alfred Molina,
nerd,
and we talked about Tom Holland, we talked about them bringing back this and Jamie Foxx. What about me? You know what I mean? Like
because he was just playing himself in that one.
I mean, I guess,
I
guess, but also it's
he did it.
He did it. Yeah,
the octopus got through the hole.
And like I'm glad this is moving forward because now I feel like in this landscape, a movie like Spawn can work and make sense. However, this also has the stench of an absolute dumpster fire on the way. You know what I mean? Like a real nice one, like a good fan 4-stick. Or like, you know how we have some comic book movies that come out and they are just they're absolutely reprehensible. Like, let's think of some like real ones in the moment. Obviously, we just said fan 4-stick. But what else has come out? Dark Phoenix, I guess, would be one.
I forgot about that
one. Dark Phoenix. Trying to remember all the horrible shit that you try to forget.
We watch too much stuff on this show for me to remember the bad stuff.
I hardly remember the good.
I guess Eternals, if you want to throw Eternals in there. Eternals in there, like some real bad stuff. God, yeah, like some real good stinkers, I guess. Like every couple of years you get one. You know, like a comic book movie on the level of like Cats. You know what I mean? Like that type of
I noticed
bad.
you didn't even mention anything from DC.
Oh, dude, what am I doing?
Well, it's
Batman
just to be
versus
said.
Superman. Yeah,
you can just
Justice
say DC.
League. Well, just because they were still living in the early 2000s. You know what I mean? Like
they were like the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah,
putting Linkin Park at the end of the
yeah, exactly. But yeah, so I'm glad this is finally moving. I hope this movie makes money. There's no word on the budget or anything. Yeah, I actually saw the original. I think someone rented it on VHS, like from Blockbuster back in the day. Or it might have been the DVD. Yeah, somebody had to because I remember watching it. And as a kid, obviously, I thought it was cool. I always thought that cape looked awful, though.
Oh.
That cape never looked good. You've seen...
I've seen reviews of it. I've never actually seen the movie. I
hear it's actually the cape, not the film.
I hear it's actually like, despite its flaws, it's really good.
Who
movie?
told you that?
I'm not going to reveal my sources.
Who told you that?
Hold on,
his cape. I like the cape. I like that it's like a giant.
This is a fucking still from the
blood
movie,
god looking cape kind of thing.
This is from Fanboy Nation. Look, that's an actual still from the movie.
What if they just
look at that cape?
It's beautiful.
Okay, it looks
magnificent.
awful.
What if they just CGI'd him into like the Dark Knight Batman scene? Because that's like what that looks like in the party.
Actually, yeah.
Also, it's just like John Leguizamo was playing like this weird clown guy who's like ends up being the devil. I listen. I remember this from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not thinking of the same movie.
Yeah, I know you're not. I realize that.
All right. Do we know any idea what I'm thinking of?
Are you thinking of Blade?
No, Mike.
I don't know. I'm so sorry.
You fucking idiot.
Outrageous. Do we know? Jeremy Renner was supposed to be involved in Spawn.
He got too busy.
He
with
was?
his app.
He was. I don't know if he still is. He was previously attached to it. I know that much from the.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm looking that up right now. Vodka helped the Spawn reboot sign Jeremy Renner. Awesome. Okay, I guess he's in if he signed.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you can like. Isn't there some stuff like if like directors change or shit like that changes, like you can potentially.
They could just pull out.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah. Apparently, all this says that Jeremy Renner is in Spawn.
Yeah. And I'm guessing this one's gonna have a higher budget now at this point because it was decently low before, and if they're kind of like switching writers, doing a bunch of things, they're probably going to be investing more cash into
it's
it.
Blumhouse, so I can't imagine this costing.
I'm
more
not
than
saying
35 million.
high, but yeah, I think the original budget was like low.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think they're going to go for more horror too. You know what I'm saying? And who else but Blumhouse to do it at?
Who else but Blumhouse?
I'll tell you who else.
WB.